at the side of the stage, and she's getting off the stage, and you just go, "Hey, Avril, my name's Matthew. You want to go check out the food court?" And then you guys go have lunch, and then you're friends? I don't understand, like, what the start of this is.
I think that was one of my biggest problems, is I didn't have anything solid. I did have a letter that I wrote to her.
Okay. What kind of letter is this? So you need to get Avril Lavigne alone, just not even alone. You just need to hand her a letter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Preferably, with some sort of suave dialogue beforehand so she doesn't just toss it out.
Yeah, remember this letter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotcha.
We're 15-year-olds.
Yeah.
We were,
Stop
people
defending your 15-year-old ways, but go on.
people write each other letters all the time.
Sure. Maybe not anymore, man.
And, all right, whatever. Not anymore.
They're just getting @replies.
Yeah. But not a chance to hand her that letter. Didn't get a chance then. And I escalated it. The next, this is a 3-parter. First part, just me calling her grandparents. Didn't work out very well.
Yeah.
Second part, she's at a mall. That's public knowledge, though.
Yeah.
Third part, really determined. She was playing at this large center. What was it? It was the Bell Center. I don't know what it was back then.
Okay, sure. Whatever.
Yeah, I just wandered around the building a few times. I knew she was playing. I was kind of looking for a tour bus or something. I was like, I just have to give her this letter. Mm-hmm. And
you had tickets, I'm assuming?
No.
Okay.
No. It was some Much Music event. It was Avril Lavigne, Simple Plan, and Papa Roach.
Oh, that's
weird
an
group
odd
of people.
Combo. Okay.
Yeah. They were playing some night, and I just wandered around, and eventually I found the security area, and I was like, I had to kind of come up with this little. I already had a bit of a plan because I had looked through. I was like, what's my in? What's my easiest way to get into this building? And I was like, well, Simple Plan is pretty local. Most of them are from Montreal, I think. So I was like, did some research on the back of one of their CD covers, and it's like, all the special thanks. See some of these names. I'll just have to pick one of these names and say I'm them.
Yeah, okay.
I was like, what do I have to lose? If security tells me, it's like, you're not him, it's like, okay, I'll be on my way.
No, I know Frank, and you're not Frank.
Yeah.
Then you go, worth a shot, and you leave.
Please give Avril this letter.
Yeah.
But it's surprisingly easy, because I walked in, spoke to security, and they were like, and maybe it's just the way that I asked. Maybe I guess I seemed a little lost. I don't know. They just didn't. I just said, hey, I'm supposed to be here. I'm supposed to come around this way. I don't know if I'm in the right place. I need to. I'm this person. I'm friends with this person from this band. And they looked at me and they looked on the list and it's like, I don't see your name. And it's like, I should be there. He said I'd be on the list. And I pretended to go. And it's like, can I use your phone or is there a pay phone? And I guess I just made them feel really bad for me.
I think that's exactly what you did. Because if I'm thinking about it logically, I feel like usually if someone's, just totally bullshitting that they're on a list or whatever, they're really confident about it. But if you're like, I don't know where I am, I think I'm supposed to be here. Is this the entrance? I know this guy. That makes me think that they believe you more just by. It doesn't even seem like you're lying or trying to lie. It looks like you're confused and need help. So they were trying to help you, I guess.
Yeah.
So they let you in.
Yeah, they let me upstairs. They said, okay, this guy's going to take you upstairs and yell. And I'm like, okay, good. I'm getting in. But I did not know where I was going. I figured I would just get a seat or I'd be like, this is really working out. This is a good night. And they say like, hey, you're going to sit in the green room and wait. You can wait for a Simple Plan to be done. I'm like,
so they're in the middle of their show?
Yeah, I think they're about to go on, or they're not in the green room anymore. But I went up there and I was treated like royalty. I went in there.
15-year-old royalty.
15-year-old royalty. I was wearing my corduroy, sports jacket.
Yeah. That corduroy jacket you got. That's a good one.
Had some pretty long hair and a ponytail. Kind of looked strange.
So in that time.
Yeah. Anyway, I was in like their changing rooms and like the green room.
Yeah.
And everybody, like there were other people. Who was it? Papa Roach never showed up.
Didn't do the show?
They canceled last minute and just had a bunch of CDs that they were giving out. for Papa Roach, and I was like, I'll take one of these.
I guess.
And I wasn't really talking to anybody. Everybody seemed to know each other. There was a bunch of people just talking in
Yeah.
like this lounge area. And I was eating some M&Ms and drinking some Red Bulls in their Simple Plans little table area and watching them on TV.
This is already amazing to me that like you were very easily able to talk your way into their dressing room and start eating their M&Ms.
Yeah. I hadn't even talked my way into that. I wanted to talk my way into the building, and they brought me to the dressing room.
That's kind of amazing. Okay.
But I was like, oh, I've made it. Like, and
I
it's
guess
like,
you said the right name.
yeah, and it's like Avril Lavigne's like it's Simple Plans dressing room, and then right across the hall is Avril Lavigne's dressing room.
Oh, you're almost there.
I was like, I'm so close. I'm closer than I've ever been. I have
You,
this sweaty letter.
You could
clutched in
smell
my
it. You
hand.
went from cold calling anyone with the same last name to a hallway away.
Yeah, and so I'm like, I just wait for Avril Lavigne to, go on. She's not in the dressing room now. I don't really know where she is, but it's like I can play it cool, just hang out here.
Yeah. Eat some M&Ms, have a Red Bull.
Yeah, but after a while, I was like, no, you know what? This isn't good enough. I was like, I want to see the show. I don't want to watch the show on this monitor.
Okay.
I'm at the Bell Center. I can go and do. So I just kind of wandered the hall, and I looked lost because I eventually got pretty lost. Because
Okay.
I'm just in like the weird areas, like hallways where you don't normally get to
Yeah,
go.
man. You're like hanging out at the boiler rooms and stuff.
Yeah. And then I found someone who looked semi-important.
Okay.
In a suit and everything. And I was like, I'm sorry, I don't know where I am. I'm supposed to be. Maybe I seem like a special needs
I
kid
don't
at
think
this
you
point.
seem like a special needs kid.
Well, that's
but
the only way I can feel like this works. Because otherwise, like, why are they believing
man,
me?
you're just innocently saying like, "Oh, I'm supposed to be here. I don't know how to get there."
Well,
Someone will help that.
Yeah, I just told them it's like, listen, I've been sitting in this room. I thought maybe I'd be able to watch the show, but I'm just looking at it on a TV screen, and that's fine. Is there any way that it's like, is there a seat that I can sit in? Because I'm alone over there. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And they just started apologizing to me, so profusely. And then he was like, I'm so sorry, sir, so sorry. And then he took my laminate that I already had from before.
I think you gave the best fake name. I think this is maybe what
I
happened.
wish I knew the name. And anyway, this person scribbled something on the pass. And he was like, there you go, sir. Now you show this pass to anyone, they will let you anywhere.
That's amazing.
I was like, oh, thank you. Where can I go? It's like, well, the back of the stage is just over through this door. And so I ended up backstage, but like on the stage. When
Yeah.
you see like people just hanging out on the stage behind a bit of a curtain.
What do they call that? Off in the wings?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Like if you're in the crowd, you're seeing me behind Avril Lavigne just staring.
You're like, oh, who's that? Oh, I guess that might be a mic tech guy. Oh, and who's that over there? Oh, I bet that's the guy who runs out with the different guitar for the different song. Oh, and who's that there? Well, that's Matthew Jankovic. He doesn't belong there at all.
He's just creeping
He's just
up.
got a letter for Avril.
Yeah. Just a sweaty letter clutched in his pocket. A little
I like how you
crumpled.
called it a sweaty letter.
Oh, definitely at this point because I'm holding on to it like
Are you like gripping it in your hand the whole time?
like I had it ready.
You don't have an
because I
inside
was
breast
afraid. I was
pocket?
like, I hope I don't lose it. Like,
Okay.
so I'm holding like breast pockets get holes sometimes. I don't know.
Okay.
So I'm holding it. And so I'm watching that, and I was like, "Hey, Avril Lavigne's gonna be back soon because like her show's ending, and I'm gonna go back to the green room because I've gotten really close. Like I'm
So
a few
hold on,
arms
I've just
length
got
away
a
from her.
quick question. So Avril Lavigne's got her own dressing room, and the green room is separate from dressing rooms. It's like a hangout room.
Well, I think they each have their own. Well, there's like one main lobby area
Yeah.
where everyone was kind of congregating. Then there
Yeah.
were two different dressing rooms that had tables with food and drinks on it as well, but they were
Okay.
two separate ones. And I was hanging out in Simple Plans because that's where they
Brought you.
brought me.
Okay.
And nobody was in Avril Lavigne, so I
Okay.
didn't go there. But so I went back. I was a few arms length away from Avril Lavigne, which is not safe. It's not safe for people who had, if I was someone who
If
just
you
wanted to
had
grab
bad
her in a canvas
intentions-
sack.
If you had bad intentions, it's weird that you were able to so easily get so close.
Yeah.
But conversely, you were a 15-year-old boy who doesn't clearly have bad intentions. You have a letter you'd like to give her
Yeah.
because you want to be friends. So
Oh man, just hearing that. Hearing that and not being the one saying it is strange and off-putting.
It shouldn't be, because so far this is all pretty tame. But now she's getting off stage.
Well, she's going to get off stage soon,
away.
so I'm like, I got to get ready for her. I don't really know what that means. I went back to the green room and I saw, that's when Simple Plan was back there, and I was sitting on their couch. I was eating their M&Ms.
Are you going back to like psych yourself up to go talk to Avril Lavigne?
I don't know what I was doing. I think I just I had to be there because I didn't want to miss her. I didn't want maybe she's I'm going to go hang out there again where I was, and so I'm sitting there. People from Simple Plan are coming in. There's a bunch of other people that I don't know, and everyone's they're being nice to me. They're talking to me, like just making small talk. They don't know who I am. I don't know who they are. So I
guess they're all like, oh, well, there's a bunch of people here. You must know them from somewhere. Okay, cool, man.
But at this point, I'm not even playing it cool anymore. Now I'm just asking about Avril Lavigne to anybody who will listen to me.
They're like, oh, man, how about these M&Ms they got here? What a great spread. This is Red Bull free for everyone. You're like, so have you heard if Avril's coming?
Yeah, what are her favorite M&Ms? I'm going to start picking them out now. I'll give them to her. I should have something to give her. And it's like, how do you know her? It's like, it's not important. Just when is she coming? When is she coming back? And Simple Plan was very, very nice about it. They were just saying, it's like, oh, she'll be back. She just finished her show, man. She'll be back any minute. Like, yeah, we're going to hang out. Like, and I'm like, this is great. I am almost there. And then, this is the depressing part of the story. This person comes back before Avril comes back and says Avril is in a very bad mood. She was upset with something that happened at her show, and it wasn't me. Which is amazing. I
was waiting for that to be
some guy.
There was some creep was standing in the wings the whole time.
Yeah. But she's like she had a bad set. She's not happy with how things went, and everybody has to leave.
Oh no!
I was like, what? It's like, no, everybody has to go. Like Simple Planet to kind of like go in their room, close their door.
Wow.
Everybody else had to. Everybody who wasn't part of something had to go. And I was like, can I do something? Is there any place I can go? But right beside me was the producer or the manager. Yeah, the manager of Our Lady Peace.
Okay.
And his two daughters, little girls. And they were
when
there.
We say little girls, what were we talking, like 6?
Yeah, probably around that age.
Okay.
They really liked Avril Lavigne too, and they were there to meet her.
Okay.
And you think like, okay, I'll just stick by this guy.
So you're like, I'm in league with these 6 and 8-year-old.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm
because we all can be friends.
It's true. There's no age limit on friendship.
Absolutely not.
But so I'm hanging out around them because I know I overheard these 6-year-olds talking about how they're going to meet Avril Lavigne. And I'm like, well, I'm going to meet her too. So I'm hanging around them. And eventually they get kicked out too.
Oh, man.
And it's like, well, if the manager of Our Lady Peace is getting kicked out and their kids, like,
what
chance do I have? And
15-year-old with a sweaty letter.
Yeah, and at this point, I'm sweating. I'm panicked. I'm like, no, I'm so close. I'm so close. And as I look, the door is open. I was like, man, there's a table. I can hide under that table.
Oh, my God.
And she's going to go in. She's going to go in there. And I'm just... It just crossed my mind. I didn't do this because this is
thank
where.
God you didn't.
Because I think you would have heard about it then.
That's crossing a line at that point.
But I was, when you get desperate when like something's going so right and you're just, I just got to go all in, and it's a bad idea every time.
I know what you mean, but I think I'm far more lackadaisical. Like if they were like, "And everyone out," I'd go, "Well, maybe I'll just slip it under the door and hope for the best."
Oh, that's what I should have done because what crossed my mind is like. Well, no one's looking. I just duck in, hide behind the couch, hide under the table. She's going to come in a bad mood. Perfect opportunity for me to cheer her up.
Cheer up. Oh, boy. That sounds misguided.
Because, like, at what point? Like, I'm going to be under that table. And it's like when you're... it's like when you're trying to scare somebody. You think it's going to be really fun. Like, I'm going to jump out of this closet and scare this person. And you go into the closet and... Then they come in and they're walking around and you're like, oh, this is going to be so good. And then you have second thoughts and you're like, wait, I shouldn't do this. This is going to be really bad. Oh, I don't like.
And then
I regret
off,
it.
And now you've been in the closet for too long.
Yeah, and it's like now there's no good way to like get out of this.
Yeah,
because you're going to scare them either way. Even if you just creak open the closet door and tell them, like, hey, I'm sorry, I was going to scare you. But that's going to terrify them too.
Yeah.
So there's no good